Hello everyone, this is JC Flo. This will probably be the last episode, and it'll be the last episode of this series, and hopefully the next one shall have quite a bit more to them, although I am having a bit of trouble creating the things that I wanted to add to the videos, so I might just come in piece by piece. It'll work out somehow, but anyway, in the meantime, so we're going to try to see if we can't get the final case for A, which I did a little digging to make sure that I got it right, and I found out how to do it. So, here we go. Oh yeah. Are you with the police? The royal guards? Speak, bird.
Man Beaumont, we've been here all night, and he simply ain't talking. He didn't react to coaxing, he didn't react to torture. Maybe it's time to, you know, administer some justice.
Justice. That word.
Oh, the rooster finally crows?
You want to know who I am? Fine. My name is Severin Cocorico. I am a public prosecutor for the Corps de Assus. I mean, I've gone over this line so many times, it's kind of predictable, but I figure I should probably just continue with it. I mean, until I get to the new parts, then I'll be new.
Well, Sevy, it's been a pleasure, but we can't be having spies running around our base of operations now, can we? So without further ado, I hereby sentence you to...
Wait a minute, Pierrot. This is not ordinary spy.
'Cause he's a prosecutor?
No, because he's the bastard who condemned my father 10 years ago.
Whoa, are you sure?
I had my suspicions when I saw his smug air of arrogance, his holier-than-thou glare. But now that I know his name and occupation, there is no doubt. Do you remember, Bird? Do you remember the trial of a homeless lion in the winter of 1835? What was your father's name? Jean Bermont. What were his crimes? His only crime was trying to feed a starving child. He took a handful of vegetables from a grocer's hand, not out of greed, but out of sheer desire to see me survive. But he was seen by a policeman, another arrogant cockatiel like yourself, actually. So my father was thrown in jail. He was dragged to court. I had the privilege of watching the proceedings from the stands. I remember your sharp words. This man is a thief. This man is a scoundrel. He deserves the harshest punishment possible for his crimes. You didn't care about the consequences. You didn't care about why my father did what he did. All you cared about was fulfilling your lust to see a criminal behind bars. My father received a sentence of 5 years. He died on his third. Do you remember him? Mademoiselle, in all my days as a prosecutor, I have seen over thousands of cases. I'm not going to remember a single bread thief. You rotten cunard! We're all just insects to you, aren't we? Who cares if a child starves on the streets as long as you put enough criminals behind bars to meet your quota, am I right? Your silence speaks volumes of your guilt. Severin Cocorico, you have been tried by the people of the Second Republic. We have found you guilty on the counts of conspiracy, of the murder of the Croque-Monsieur, and of the murder of my father, Jean Bermont. Oh, I have been found guilty? Mademoiselle, if you want to shoot me so you can fulfill your revenge fantasies, then by all means shoot me. But don't pretend for a moment that this mob resembles a court of justice in any form. A court of justice? Now there's a contradiction. Bird, you know nothing of justice. Friar Ramus, read this man his last rites.
With pleasure, madam.
Okay, now this is where I'm supposed to do something different. And as much as I don't like to do this, let's see what happens. Cocorico's gonna die if you don't say something. It doesn't matter. None of this matters. What? Do you have any less words? Just pull the trigger and be done with it. There's nothing more to see here. Let's go. Falcon? Falcon! Stop! What the hell are you doing? Where are you going? Look around you, Sparrowson. Fat cat pergos are getting away with murder. Wolves have infested the courts and churches. Severin Cocorico, perhaps the most righteous person in all of France, is lying dead at the hands of an unruly mob. Justice is dead, Sparrowson. It doesn't have to be like that. You could have done something to save Severin. You want to be a heroic lawyer so badly? Fine. Go be a hero. You don't need my help. The key to the Aviary Attorney office. Take it. What? What are you? No. Stop with this melodrama, Falcon. If we hurry, we'll be able to tell Inspector Valerity of what we saw, and he'll be able to arrest the rebels before they escape. So do it. You don't need me to hold your hand. And when you see the Inspector, make sure to tell him this. The Viridian Killer has returned. The Viridian Killer? I don't understand. Falcon, where are you going? Falcon! Wait, what? I'm confused. A little bit. Also, I forgot to do something. 1 second. And back. My. Do you think that Papa would buy this place just for little old me? I must throw a party to celebrate. Let's see. I'll need some lights, some decorations, and some world-class cuisine. Bloody rare steak, perhaps? But what to do about music? Oh, I should ask my papa if he knows any pop stars. Someone cool, like Monsieur Liszt? I'm not sure how you pronounce that for some reason. You disgust me. Who said that? It was you, Dame Cataline. It was you who showed me the ugly face of injustice. It was you who taught me that our court system was corrupt to the core. It was you who made me realize that if a man desires justice, he must bring it about with his own 2 hands. And now, he's become Batman. Not really. But anyway. What's with the mask? Monsieur Falcon, is that you?
Falcon is dead. He perished in the graves that lie under our very feet. You can call me the Viridian Killer.
The Viridian... Wait, did he just blow up the house? Okay, this took a lot of a different turn than I thought it would, to be honest. What am I supposed to do now? Falcon? Oh, it's you, Inspector.
Monsieur Sparrowson, I must congratulate you. Thanks to your quick actions on Wednesday, we were able to find and apprehend the rebel leader while she still lurked in her den.
I was just doing my duty, Inspector.
Don't be so modest. Lesser men wouldn't have delved into the catacombs so brazenly. You're a hero.
But Kokoriko died, and I can't help but feel that I could have done something to save him.
Kokoriko died an honorable and righteous man. His sacrifice wasn't for nothing.
Still...
Sparrowson, if you're looking to redeem Kokoriko's death in a fitting manner, then I have the perfect gift for you. Here, take it.
What's this? It looks like a license to practice law. Does this mean?
Correct. In the light of the extreme circumstances, the king has granted you the power of an interim prosecutor.
Wait, prosecutor? Wow! I'm an official qualified lawyer. And as a prosecutor, no less.
This is just temporary, you understand? But if you prove yourself, who knows, maybe I could pull some strings to make it permanent.
This is amazing! But wait, why have you given me this?
I'm glad you ask. We need a prosecutor to lead the case against Leone Bermont, the ringleader of the rebel group.
Bermont? The scary-looking lioness?
Correct.
I would be honored to take the job. But why aren't you asking one of the other prosecutors, like, I don't know, Rupert Rappington?
Rappington? I wouldn't trust that klutz to make my tea, let alone handle a case as important as this. Sparrowson, you clearly have nerves and brains. I'm confident that you are ready to take this on.
Okay, I'll do it. So, what do I do?
Well, your job as a prosecutor is to interview Bermont. We've already beat all the information we can out of her, but you must read Bermont her charges and see if you can uncover any new facts.
Right, got it. And, what charges would those be?
There are 3. First, the murder of Severin Kokoriko.
Of course.
Second, conspiring to incite a rebellion.
Makes sense.
Third, the murder of Dame Cataline Demu.
Right. Wait, what?
Oh, you didn't hear the news?
On Friday evening, there was an enormous explosion at Chateau Crinier. Only one person was inside at the time, Dame Cataline Demieux, and she was killed instantly. So I was right, he did blow it up. What was she doing there? I thought Baron Rugel owned the household. In light of the Baron's death, his properties were auctioned off. The Demieux were the ones who purchased the chateau. We suspect that Dame Cataline was touring the hall for the first time when she met her fate. This is surreal. But wait, you arrested Leon Bermont straight after I met you, right? And that was on Wednesday afternoon. How could she possibly be guilty of committing a crime on Friday evening if she was in custody at the time? Simple. She has a large gang. She didn't plant the explosives herself, but we can be sure that she gave the order. I don't understand the motive. Did Leone Bermont hate Dame Cataline? Come on, Sparrowson. You have been granted prosecutor powers. You must start thinking like a prosecutor. Right. Okay. Bermont ordered to have Dame Cataline killed because... she hates Burgos? It was an attack on the Burgos. A rebel like Bermont would no doubt have a deep hatred of the higher classes of society. Even in jail, she wants them dead. That's a good theory. You seem to have a solid grasp of the rebel's mindset, at least. Anyway, you may also want to see the crime scene for yourself. Chateau Crinier? Yes, it's just a giant mound of rubble now, but as a prosecutor, you ought to see it with your own eyes. Right, got it. The trial is in 3 days' time. Bermont's fate is all but guaranteed, so just turn up to the courthouse and you'll be fine. Now, if you'll excuse me... Wait a minute, Inspector. About Falcon. You told me he turned cowardly and fled. What of it? Never mind. I'm sorry that your friend ran away, Sparrowson, but try to focus on the case. That's what matters. Yeah, you're right. I'm going to be the best prosecutor Paris has ever seen! Or not. Actually, I mean, he is possible, but still. I'll go to there first. So yeah, this is kind of interesting. How this turn of events. This is Chateau Crinier. Wow, it's completely destroyed. It also looks like a completely different building. I think this is where the foyer was. So the main palm must be that big pile of charred rubble over there. It must have been one heck of an explosion. How many gunpowder kegs were used? Aha! A lawyer! Ah! Rabino, don't sneak up on me like that. Wait, shouldn't you be doing community service at the Louvre? Nope, I've done my time. Now I'm free to follow my passion. Your passion of scaring people? No, bird brain, my passion of wartime photography. See, when I heard the massive explosion last week, I knew that I could get some juicy action shots. I was one of the first on the scene. Juicy action shots? Haven't you heard? Photography of violence, death, and mayhem all make for great photography opportunities, or photograph opportunities. Which is unfortunately true, but still. Classy. Don't judge me. People will pay big money for this stuff. Art galleries, newspapers, lawyers. Speaking of which, where is that partner of yours, the big guy? We don't work together anymore. Really? That's unfortunate. I managed to get this great photograph of the event, and I figured if he was attached to the case, he might be interested in it. Hey, I'm working on this case. Show me. You are? Really? Alright then. This is your great photograph. It's blurry. I can't make anything out. Well, yeah. I need at least 30 seconds of exposure for a good picture. It's not my fault that the stupid people move around and ruin it. What good is a blurry picture to me? I can touch it up if you want. Draw over the blur, add some details. No! No doctoring! Bad, Rubino! Jeez, you lawyers are a confusing bunch. Look at the... Look, this is the only photograph of the event. Do you want it or not? We're gonna need it. Fine, fine. I'll take it off your hands. Whoa, I didn't say you could have it for free. 20 francs. 20 francs for that garbage? Out of curiosity, how many... Oh, we have plenty, but still. 20 francs for this work of art that I could sell to a collector for 10,000 francs. You're robbing me blind at 20. 10. Nuh-uh, no buttering. 20 or no photograph for you. Well, we do need it. Alright, alright. Here's your money, you thief. And here's your photograph. It's a pleasure doing business with you, buddy. Yep. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a crime scene to examine. Yes. That is indeed a big pile of rubble. Does Inspector Valerity really expect me to trawl through all this wreckage for clues? I'll be here all day and night. If you're looking for gold and valuables, forget it. Looters picked the place clean within hours after the explosion. I'm not here for gold. I'm looking for clues. Sure you are. Well, either way, there's nothing left of value here. Can I make a suggestion? From one buddy to another? Try the garden. The garden? The explosion disintegrated the whole front of the house, but the back was pretty much untouched. So if there are any clues left, I wager that that would be the place to look. Oh, thanks, Rubino. That's a big help. Oh, I was hoping for a tip or something. Huh, Rubino was right. The place is practically untouched. It's almost identical to when I was last here. Well, I guess it's time to clue hunter. So there's that. This is the spot where Monsieur Greenway was killed. The bloody patch is no longer sticky, but the stain remains. I mean, overall, it's pretty much the same stuff. Hey, Falcon, I have a joke. A horse walks into a bar and... Right. Never mind. This statue's a little quiet. Maybe it's just a little horse. Silly. I still don't like these little cherub people. They can't be trusted. This statue is innately beautiful. Wouldn't you say, Falcon? Aw, if you didn't add that last part, it would have been funny. I mean, yeah, that looks like it's the only other place to click. I'm not sure why, though. Also, mouse, come back. There we go. The fountain is still running. I wonder who pays for the maintenance costs. I can't quite see inside the top basin from here, but I can't imagine that there would be another mystery cigar. Take a look anyway, because I mean, there's bound to be something. It wouldn't hurt to look, I suppose, but I refuse to get my feet wet. There's something dangling out at the top. If I stand on my tippy toes, I can just about reach it without falling in. And yet... Oh, I guess it did. I guess it didn't. I did it! Sparrowson, Croyes en Vaus. It's a scrap of paper. It looks like it's been torn off something. I see some writing. It's a little smudged from the water, but I can still read it. Let's see. Sparrowson, believe in yourself. Oh. No way! This message is for me! Did Falcon write this? Did he leave the message here because he knew I would check the fountain? But that means... Did Falcon play a part in the explosion at the Chateau Crinier? Oh man, so many questions. I should definitely stash this away. It might be a key piece of evidence in the trial. That's it. At least here. I'm done here. Bye garden, bye fountain, bye horses, bye creepy cherubs. You're back. Find anything interesting? Yep. Yep. Oh, do share. It's nothing you'll be interested in. It's the lawyering stuff. Well, I best be getting on my way. Good day. Ahem. Yes? Do I receive a tip for generously letting you in on such a valuable lead? Why not? Here's a tip. Sure, here's a tip. You can okay. You can quickly remove the skin from potatoes by boiling them for a few minutes and then dunking them in cold water. That's actually a great tip. Well, I guess that worked out. Oh, Sparrowson, so clever. And actually, I didn't know about that either before. I'll have to try that. Hello there. Tisk, another police officer. You look a little short for an interrogation specialist. Oh, no. I'm not an officer. My name is Sparrowson. I'm a prosecutor, see? Totally different. What does that slip say? Interim prosecutor? Tisk, I knew I wouldn't be getting out of here alive, but they didn't have to insult me by putting some junior lawyer on my case. Hey, I'm not junior. I'm the real deal. Nice try. I saw the issue to date on that slip. You're as fresh-faced as they come. Yeah, well, fresh-faced or not, I'm the one that's in charge of prosecuting you. So first things first, you are Leone Bermont, aren't you not? Are you not? Yes, that is me. Okay, great. I'm in the right jail cell. That's a good start. Now, mademoiselle, I have to read your... Don't call me mademoiselle. Do I look like a child to you? Well, children don't normally lead rebellions, I guess. Anyway, madame, I have to read you your charges. Let's see, where to start. I'll start with the rebellion. You're being charged with conspiracy to incite rebellion. I suppose I would be a fool to deny that. But you know, I never wanted violence. I thought that maybe if I could do things right, this could be a peaceful revolution. I would find that easier to believe, madame, if hundreds of weapons weren't found in your catacombs hideout. Tisk, blame the wolf and crocodile who pushed me into buying them. Would you like to elaborate on that? Not really. I take full responsibility for my own actions. Read me the next charge. You're being charged with the murder of Severine Cocorico. And I know you're guilty of that because I saw it with my own eyes. Really? You saw the bird's death? Yep, I was lingering in the shadows. I heard your speech. I saw you put the pistol to his head and pull the trigger. I watched your expression. You didn't show a hint of remorse. You really were there. I had no idea we were being watched. I gave you too little credit. I thought you were a law school doc, but now I find that you are some sort of spy. I am like a spy, aren't I? The name's Sparrowson. Sparrowson. Licensed to practice law for the immediate future. My mistake. You're still a doc. Oh, well, at least I'm not a murderer. This schoolyard banter is idiotic. Read me my next charge. Clever. Very clever. You're being charged with the murder of Dame Catherine Demieux. Who? She's a Bourgeois kitten. Small, sickly sweet, flutters her eyelashes but pulls on your heartstrings when you least expect it. Pulls out your heartstrings when you least expect it. I have no idea who this person is. Well, there's an explosion at the Chateau Crinière on Friday evening, and the Inspector of Hilarity is confident that you were behind it. Last Friday, when I was sitting in this jail cell? Yep, that Friday. I have no idea why the police feel like attacking some random unrelated charge under my list of crimes. But it makes no difference. Even without that charge, I'm guaranteed to face the guillotine blade, right? Right. Or noose, if the judge is sick of guillotines that day. But madame, I want to do my job right, and part of that involves not prosecuting you for crimes you didn't commit. If there's any way you can prove that you weren't involved in the explosion of Chateau Crinière, please tell me how now. No. Let them charge me. Maybe I'll be taking the fall for some poor sod who doesn't deserve to be punished. That's not how justice works, madam. You know nothing of justice. Go on. What's my next charge? Actually, it looks like that's everything. Well, madame, I shall see you in court shortly. I'll try to get to the bottom of this Chateau Crinière business, but in any case, I advise you to make peace with this world. Wait, it was Sparrowson, wasn't it? Let me ask you something before you go. Do you resent me for killing your friend? Well, I do, personally, and I'd imagine he would too. And it's more than resent that more like I wish that she just didn't do it. Not in the sense of, I despise you for doing it. I mean, I guess it's kind of both ways, but anyway. Yeah, I resent you, madame. Severine Cocorico was a good man. He was more than good. He was one of the most virtuous men I have ever met. When you killed him to justify some petty grudge, France became a much darker place. I'm going to see to it that you are punished to the full extent of the law for each and every one of your horrific crimes. And when you are guillotined at the Palais des Austerlitz, maybe then France will claim a slither of the light that you stole. Well, this is getting heavier than I mean, it seemed like it was pretty heavy at the beginning, but it feels like it's gotten heavier. So, Sparrowson, how confident do you feel about this trial? I mean, he would probably be nervous as heck. I'm a little nervous, to be perfectly honest. Don't you worry. A guilty verdict is all but guaranteed. I know. It's just scary because this is my first time presenting a case as a lawyer, not as an assistant. I should get an assistant. The doors are opening. I do have to be honest, it kind of does feel a little weird just to have having him do the lawyering.
Alright, settle down. Everyone settle down. There's a prosecution here.
Sparrowson, present. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
Excellent. Are the jury present?
All present and accounted for, Your Honor.
And it is to my understanding that the defense is representing themselves today, correct?
How? Well, I should say why, but still. That's your cue, madame. You can see I'm here. Just skip this pantomime nonsense and convict me already.
Now, we have a procedure to follow, madame. Let's do this right.
Ugh, fine. Yes, I, Leone Belmont, am here.
Very good. Now, defendant, you are being accused of 3 crimes. First, you are charged with the murder of Severine Cocorico, the well-respected and benevolent prosecutor who worked for this very court.
A benevolent prosecutor? What a joke of a phrase.
Silence, if you please. Second, you are charged with conspiring to incite a rebellion.
And we shall have a rebellion. We shall have a rebellion. That was weird.
I said silence! Order! Your third charge is for the murder of Dame Catherine Demio.
Sure, why not? Your Honor, I have no doubt that the defendant is guilty of the first and second charges. In fact, I myself bore witness to the murder of Severine Cocorico. I could even deliver a testimony of the events. That won't be necessary, I confess.
Silence from the defense, please! Continue, prosecutor.
As I was saying, those 2 charges aren't to be contended. In my mind, they're as clear as day. But I would like to address the 3rd charge in this trial. The bombing of Chateau Crenier, the murder of Dame Catherine. I plead guilty. Not just to the murder of Dame whoever, but to all 3 charges. Plead whatever you like, madame. I don't believe you played any part in the attack. You were in jail at the time of the incident. You couldn't possibly have had the means to even issue an order to a lackey. To help me uncover the truth, I call the investigative officer, Inspector Valerty, to the witness stand.
Inspector Valerty, please approach the stand and recite the oath.
Just what are you playing at, Monsieur Sparrowson? What am I playing at? This was intended to be a straightforward trial. Why are you dragging this out with needless pedantry? I'm securing justice. Is that what you call this nonsense? Justice? Fine, but you're wasting everyone's time if you ask me. Whatever, let's get this over with. I, Inspector Justice Juste Valerty, wish to speak without hatred and without fear, to the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Excellent. On to the questioning. Now, Inspector, why do you believe that Madame Bermont is behind the bombing of Chateau Crenier? Isn't that obvious? Because she has a crystal clear motive. The Madame wants a rebellion. By killing a prominent Burgos figure in a dramatic manner, she stirs up tension between the classes. A motive? That's all you're going by? Obviously not. I have evidence, too. Oh, you have evidence that Madame Bermont was behind the bombing? Real evidence? You didn't tell me about this before the trial. I didn't think it would be necessary to tell you. How was I to know that you would drag this out?
Enough bickering, you two. Inspector, present your evidence.
Very well, Your Honor. You will all burn for your sins. This is a poster that was found at the crime scene. It was crudely fastened to a pillar around 50 meters from where the explosion occurred. You will all burn for your sins. That message is no doubt intended as a declaration of violence, a warning of what is to come. As you can see, the poster was damaged in the explosion and ensuing fire. The signatures at the bottom were nearly unreadable. Despite this, it is evident that the 2 names fit the space perfectly. Those names are Fontaine and Pierrot. Fontaine and Pierrot? The 2 bar dwellers? I mean, I knew they were rebels because I saw them in the catacombs with my own eyes, but do you really think they did this? Of course. No other names fit the gap, and it's far too much of a coincidence for it to be anyone else. It's true. I can't think of any other names that cleanly fill the gaps.
The inspector's evidence appears to be pretty convincing, prosecutor. Are you done with the direct examination?
No, Your Honor. No, I'm not. There is no way that poster was written by Fontaine and Pierrot, and I intend to prove it. You're welcome to try, but make it snappy, Monsieur Sparrowson. Wait, why did they say cross... Never mind. Inspector, you say that Fontaine and Piero made this poster? Well, I mean, there are other possibilities. There are other possibilities. Maybe Piero and Fontaine had no part in this attack. They are fugitive rebels associated with Madame Bermont, and their names fit the burned signature. But it's within the realm of possibility that another person was involved, right? Do you have someone in mind, Prosecutor? Or are you just picking a theory? Well, I mean, I know who it is. I'm just not sure if they'll give me the option. I do have someone in mind, actually. I have even more than that. I have evidence that another person was involved in the Chateau Crinier attack. And actually, because this is taking a lot longer than I thought it was, I'll actually stretch this out to another episode, and they'll continue it from there. And I guess between this episode and the next one, I will it'll give me more time to set up the new stuff for the channel. So yeah, actually, I guess this actually might work out perfectly. So yeah, I hope you guys okay. So guys, leave a comment if there's anything you liked, or if there have any suggestions. Subscribe if you want to see any videos from the past, present, and soon-to-be future. And until next time, I'll be seeing you guys, and I hope you make it a great day. Later.